Now, our next guest felt she could talk to animals from a young age and went on to devote her life to communicating with them and helping their owners to do the same.
Animal psychic Jackie Weaver joins us this morning to share her insights into some of our very own pets, including Gucci, Catherine Leydon's gorgeous doggie, who's in the studio with Catherine this morning. Good morning to you all. I'm Gucci.
Hello there.
Must be the most spoiled doggie in Ireland, because we just found out that Gucci gets smoked salmon and very good pâtés, not just any old pâtés.
For our treats, right.
More, just for her treats.
More of that and on. Yeah, exactly. More of that and on.
Jackie, how are
Jackie,
you?
welcome. Hi. Now, talk to me about talking to animals at a young age. When was the first time you kind of realised that you had some ability?
I didn't realise when I was young. I had no idea, but I would know stuff, but didn't know why I knew it.
What sort of stuff would you know?
Oh, just things like I was brought up on a farm, and I can remember we had dog kennels, and there was a dog that was really nervous, and my dad was trying to sort of shoo it because it was growling, and I just said, "Oh no, it's scared," and just went straight in there. And it's just like you have a knowing of things, and you can just feel what they're feeling and stuff. And until somebody, through my dog, told me that I could communicate, it just all sort of slotted into place, and I suddenly understood why I would know things, feel things.
So you're not hearing the dog's voice in your head. Like Gucci's not. You're not looking at Gucci going, "I love smoked salmon."
Well, your mind turns everything round. It's like when we hear things, when it comes to our ears, it doesn't come in as a voice. Your brain will change all the signals into what comes out.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So when did you then realise, what was this moment you talk about when you realised, hey, I've actually got a gift here, I can communicate?
Yeah, after I had cancer, booked a communicator as a treat to come out, chat to the animals, and she was talking to my dog, and my dog just said to her, you know, Jackie can hear, she knows things, etc., and she just said to me, you can do this. And when somebody explains, you suddenly realise you've got the toolbox, use it, and it just all fell into place.
So initially it was a sort of a vibe, or your intuition was telling you how the dog was feeling. You were sensing a message from the dog, sort of saying, I'm unhappy, or
horses.
I'm worried.
I used to hold horses for my husband because he's a horse dentist, and my back would get very sore, and I think, as I've been standing, I'd realise I'm picking up the feeling from the horse and emotions and stuff as well.
What about people, Jackie, at home going, "Oh, for God's sake, your one's full of..."
Oh, absolutely. I can remember being told probably about 15 years at a dinner exactly the same thing, and I can remember going home thinking, she's lost it. Yeah, now I do. Yeah. Sorry to my friend.
And now you do it.
So what do they actually say to you?
It is absolutely like having a conversation, I say, with a child. You can tune into the subconscious and you can pick up information. And yes, loads of people are sceptical. I have no problem with that. But I've written books and stuff, and I think the proof is also when an animal changes, you'll get an animal with behavioural problems or very worried about something, and you can explain to them. And I must admit myself, I'm like sometimes amazed an animal will change.
How do you get that? Just say, for argument's sake, you get a dog that worked for maybe the army bomb disposal unit and was maybe out at a war.
Yeah.
And
He's
the dogs get traumatized.
Yeah.
How do you begin to understand that, or how does a dog communicate the message to you?
Because again, they tell, you know, when two dogs are together, they can telepath between each other. So you're just getting onto the wavelength.
So hang on, so dogs telepath?
Oh yeah, it's like dogs don't bark all the time to talk, but they will talk among each other.
Isn't that just not body language and sniffing each other's bums
no,
and stuff?
No.
Sniffing, yeah.
Oh no, and then you get a laugh because then they'll slag each other off for fun.
Yeah.
And they'll get each other into trouble just for fun. Oh yeah, and it's like horses in a field and stuff. Oh yeah.
You met my dog earlier on, Jack, my lovely golden retriever. What did he say to you?
Can you tell us?
Nothing embarrassing. No. But I actually went from a distance. So on the plane, I had the photographs of him, your dog, and I tuned in. And basically, the first thing that Jack says to me, he said, he's the love of your life. Okay. And he brought up, funny enough, I said in the garden, he said, sometimes I have smelly ears, a bit of a lab thing. He's a retriever, but and you said he's actually got an ear infection, which I didn't know, and it's all written down. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what else he said. Oh, he was saying to me that he said he's very soft. You could like put your hand in his mouth, he wouldn't hurt.
This is true.
And also food. I don't think he steals, but he makes me feel that he said I like good food, and he makes me feel that he'll watch you eating. Like, hello, what about me?
Yeah, but he's not allowed. I don't let him have bits and bobs. Yeah.
No, but he sort of looks like this. And he says, he says to me that like in the car, he's very good. He will actually lie down and go to sleep, in the car.
Is all true.
Yeah.
This is all true, yeah.
And I say to skeptics, sometimes you'll get dogs that are absolutely manic in a car, and he's only 2, and outside, if you'd seen him, you'd think, that dog would never.
Given that most people, when they purchase a dog, some people are very good and they try and bond with the dog, and the dog will then bond with them, and that's why dogs will literally fight to the death for their owner, for the alpha in their mini pack, if you like. How do you improve, or how do you advise people with dogs to maintain and improve a good relationship?
I absolutely say to them, talk to them like you would a child. They do understand what you say. And so, for example, especially if you get a rescue dog, it's like a relationship. If you've had a really bad relationship, the next person comes on, they're so nice, but you're thinking, oh, this might not last, so you hold back. But then...
How are you so sure that the dog understands what
I don't think my dog does. If I've been talking to him, I can see him going...
They give me information that I don't know. Somebody will send me a photograph. You can't see body language in a photograph. And you tune in, and I will tell people about... Like, there was a thing in the press recently, and he happened to say to me, oh, we're off on holiday to somewhere in Ireland. And I saw the picture of these steps, and I said, I can see some really steep steps. Do you go down them? And he said, yes, the beach. I have to go down these steps.
As soon as we have Gucci and Catherine here...
Look at her, she knows now.
She sits up and she hears her name.
Yeah,
What has Gucci told you this morning, Jackie?
I hate Pate, will you stop feeding it to me?
Stop slagging Catherine about putting butter in her cooking.
Yeah, stop slagging her mother, yeah.
Well, interesting enough, the first thing that she said to me was that she really appreciates you treat her like a dog. She's not treated like, you know, a little toy or anything. She's very much, I am a little person. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And then she gives me pictures like that.
She's like a baby.
Yeah.
A very, very well-fed baby.
Yeah. But she says that she's not yappy, because obviously, you know, and she doesn't sit and do that where some little breeds do. And then she shows me, it's like jumping up into, like, looks to me like on a settee at home or a chair. It's like very much making myself at home.
Yes, she does that.
Okay. And to me, it's like if she's going out somewhere with you, she gets very excited, but sometimes she can't go, so she's like, oh, I know I'm not going. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do you hear that, Gooch? Do you hear that?
And she's looking resolutely unimpressed.
She hates being left. She has to mind the house.
Exactly. Jackie, you're in Cork this weekend. People can see you in Cork. What are you doing, and where will you be? Do you know?
I'm doing a charity evening for the Animal Care Society.
Oh, good for you.
Ballincollig,
I guess that's it.
Yeah, and to raise money and just to really let people know out there, people will have so many problems with animals, and also we do it for fun, but they'll think, I can't understand what's going on. We can help. There's loads of people do my job, so you just think, you know, if somebody can ask what's happening, we can actually explain to them, and we can help.
All right. It's a lovely meeting you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Gooch.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you and Jack. There you go, Gucci.
Gucci Goo.
That's what Catherine calls her, Gucci.